When I started looking at the numbers for February, I'm not going to lie to you, I was a bit surprised, but maybe not in the way that you think. So let's jump into it. Welcome back, everyone. It's time for our monthly review of last month's numbers. Sorry, I know I'm like a week behind right now. Just is how it is. And if you've never seen any of my videos before, we are talking about the Amazon Influencer Program. I'm not going to go into really what that is. I have plenty of videos going over that, so just check those out. But in these review videos, we go over my previous month's numbers, explain what the numbers are and why we think they are the way they are. And then I always try to give some tips along the way to help you grow in this program. So if you remember, last month, January, was one of our lower commission months, and we expected that because people do all their shopping for November, December for the holidays, and then they're trying to recover at the beginning of the year. So I told you January and February are expected to not be that great because you have winter weather holding up shipping, and then you have just people are trying to recover from the previous holiday season. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, when I started looking at February's numbers, I was surprised, but it was actually a good surprise because, as I told y'all, starting from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, we want a steady increase from month to month, but my commissions increased more than what I expected. So that was a good surprise, and I'll take that any day of the week. It seems like more and more people are starting to get back into the flow of shopping more already. I didn't expect it this early in the year, but looks like it's happening. And as we know, as March, April, May, with tax season, online shopping should only continue to go up and up. So if you haven't got in, get in now. You're throwing away commissions. And if you need help with that, I, as always, have a free beginner guide in the description. It's completely free to show you what this program is and how to get started. Now let's go ahead and look at February's numbers, but before we do, please don't forget to hit the like button on this video and subscribe to my channel. It takes a lot of effort to do all this and edit and everything else, and that is the easiest way for you to support my channel. But enough of that, let's jump into February's numbers. As always, quick disclaimer, these numbers are my general numbers. I don't put down to the penny because Amazon doesn't want you to share that information with the world. So these are just my general roundabout numbers around where I'm at. If you go back to last month, like I've said in previous videos, we don't want to compare ever to November and December because those are the holiday shopping season. So we'll use next November, December to compare to those. But what we want to compare to just for normal is our last normal shopping month, which would be October. So, we had steady increase up through October, $320 in October. And then in January, we fell short of that. It was better than any of my other three first months, but we want to continue to increase from our last normal month. So just looking at last month, we had $290 total earnings, $4 in affiliate earnings, and then $115 from the brands paying, with 3 free items that were given to me from the brands also to do reviews of. So we're really looking at around $400 total in earnings if you combine those two. And if you'll notice also on this chart, I like to change it up as I determine what's important information for y'all and what y'all don't really care about. So I got rid of the Amazon bonuses over here because the only one I'd ever gotten was September. So if it's only happened once since I've been in, I'm not really going to track that until I start actually getting more of those. But what I did add in, because I feel like it's important, is earnings per day. And the reason why I do is because we can look at total monthly earnings, but days of the month, there's different days of the month. If I made $200 in a month that had 30 days and $200 in a month that had 31 days, that's not the same. So I want to put that in there to basically show that difference. So in February normally have 28 days. This year was a leap year, so we had 29. So we get an extra day of earnings that didn't exist. So we'll take it. For videos added, we had 13 videos added. One of these days, I'm going to have a review video, and I'm going to say, this month I did 50 videos like I'm supposed to. But every month I keep sitting down and saying I didn't do what I'm supposed to do because I didn't do what I'm supposed to do. Get at me in the comments. Tell me I need to do better. That's less than a video every 2 days. So not good. Should be super simple to do, at least one a day, and have 30 per month. One day I'll figure that out. So that brings my total up to 120. Obviously 109 previous with 13 doesn't equal 120, but I'm steadily taking some out that don't need to be in there and stuff like that. So we're at 120. And then clicks for the month, 1480 the previous month in January, And for February, our clicks went up to 1568. So we had about 88 more clicks than before. January, 160 sales. And in February, we went to 189. Again, really good. We had 2 less days than January, and we still ended up with, almost 30 more sales. So that's really good. Like I said, people are starting to shop. As far as conversion, I was very impressed with the conversion. The highest I'd ever had was between 11 and 11 and a half in August. And then it went back up around December to almost 10%, January 10.5 to 11. But February, between 13 and 13.5% conversion. And conversion is from the amount of people that clicked on my video, how many of those turned into sales. So between 13 and 13.5% is my highest in any month, including the holiday months. So that's always good. And the monthly revenue that was generated from that, like I said in every video, that's not how much money I made. That's how much money the brand makes from all the sales. Went from 11,700 in January to 16,400 in February. So revenue even went up. Obviously, if you see that my revenue increased substantially, hopefully this commission does too. So $290 in the month of January for our monthly earnings. But in February, surprise, surprise, $450 in commissions. And like I told you before, this was surprising. I expected to increase from January, but I didn't expect to go from $290 to $450. So I will take that all day long. I was expecting maybe $350 this month or whatever, but sales are going up faster than expected. No complaints there. So that is why I put earnings per day back in, because it gives a good explanation. Because also this $450 here is on 29 days. The last month of $290, that was on 31 days. So if I had a couple more days, we could be close to 500. Looking at earnings per day, as you can see, we're in single digits the first few months, then got up to $10 a day. And then in the holiday months, it got pretty crazy, 41 month and $21 a day the other month. January went back down to these levels right here. But February, up to $16 a day. That tells the story more than even the earnings do. The earnings, you just see the dollar amount, but you don't take into consideration how many days of the month. That is really good. $16 per day. Very happy with that. We're getting closer back into that December range, which is awesome. And the Amazon affiliate program, I've never been able to do well with this because I haven't put effort into it. $4 last month, $3 this month. It's just an extra $3. Awesome. I really should put more effort into that. Like I should do a lot of things, but here we are with that. And then a total year-to-date earnings, combining January and February, we are up to $747-ish. And that's just for these 2 months. Easy money. I cannot stress enough, you need to get in this. And then obviously one of my favorite parts as always is the partnerships. And we even increased on that this month. So as you can see in January, I got about $115 worth of payments, and I got 3 free items. And then in February, I had about $170 in payments from the brands and 5 free items. Just combining this month's earnings of $450 plus 3 and then the $170, we're at over $600 that we actually made from the program in February. And this doesn't include, what I don't show on here is the money that I make from selling the products that they're sending me. I don't need all these products that they're sending. If it's something I really want or really need, I may keep it. But a lot of this stuff, you turn around and you sell on Facebook or eBay. There's just so many different ways to earn in this program. So just pay attention to that stuff and follow along with me, because I talk about all this stuff and give you ideas that maybe you haven't thought of before. So that was just a quick look at February's numbers. I'm very pleased with those. And now we're going to jump in real quick of my tip for this month of what you need to be doing to increase the amount of money that you're making in the Amazon Influencer Program. And this month, we're going to talk about the affiliate side real quick. As I showed you on my chart, I'm not using that to my full potential, but I know how to, and I'm going to show you how to. The affiliate side is driving traffic from outside of Amazon to Amazon. And so what you need to do is create a YouTube channel. Not a YouTube channel like this one where you're, trying to create content and do all this other stuff. You are literally going to take the Amazon videos that you've already created and upload them to your YouTube channel. And then you go in the description and you put the product link. And then when someone happens to click that link and buys the product, you get a commission. It's that simple. I'm not going to say it's no work because you are having to pull it over here and upload it, but it's not any extra work as far as like having to create new videos for it. You're just taking all the ones that you have already made and uploading them to YouTube. So as you can see, if you have hundreds of videos that you've already made, that you may be able to, create a whole new income stream just from that right there if you just upload them. I just haven't sat down and made the priority of just going over and uploading all of them, but it's super simple once you've got it on Amazon. As always, if you haven't gotten started yet, I have a free beginner guide, the description below, completely free. Shows you what this is, how to get in, your best ways to get in, all that kind of stuff. But just check that out if you haven't gotten started yet. And as always, if you like this and you want to support me, please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It's the easiest way for you to help this channel grow. I know how valuable someone's time is, so you don't know how much I greatly appreciate you spending the time to sit down and watch these videos. So once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one.